Pastor Mike is the pastor of Winterville Baptist Church, where he hosts Life Ministry. So what is Life Ministry?
Life Ministries is a faith-based addiction recovery program. It started about 6 years ago out of Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Right now we've got a Life chapter that meets in Edgecombe County, which is Rocky Mount, and we've got a Life chapter that meets here out of Winterville Baptist Church every week. We're open to men and women free of charge. It's a program and ministry where we help bring in resources that are needed to help people overcome addiction.
So what role does faith play in this recovery program?
Oh, huge. Addiction is such a complicated monster. There's so many different aspects to overcoming an addiction. There's a physical aspect where sometimes people need to go into detox programs. There's an emotional, mental aspect to an addiction where people need counseling, and there's a spiritual aspect to it. And unless you minister to the whole person in all those aspects, there's going to be a missing piece to the puzzle in somebody walking in recovery.
Why is the message of hope important?
Wow, that's a big question. Without hope, people perish, period. Hope is the reason for living. If we didn't have any hope, if I was to ask somebody, what is your hope? And they could not answer that question, that would tell me that they're in depression. Hope is believing things will be better in some aspect. You hope to get better, or you, like a kid learning to ride a bike, they hope they can ride a bike. And in recovery, people need that hope so they can look towards the future and know there's a better future than what they're experiencing right now in the present.
All right, so how is Life Ministry different from other programs?
Well, a lot of other programs don't minister to the spiritual need related to somebody who's struggling under addiction. And what we do in the Life program is we have groups that meet every week, and we encourage one another as we work through a 40-lesson curriculum together. To think right, you got to get the thinking right so the behavior will be right. Behavior doesn't just come out of thin air. It comes from the way you're thinking about things. But we also do referrals into detox programs, residential programs, and so again, we try to connect the dots and bring in resources that people need in order to walk in recovery. And some people have needs in overcoming addiction that somebody else might not have.
How do you support spouses and family members through this program?
We encourage our students that come to our meetings, they can bring one family member, whether that's a spouse or a sibling or a mother, father, somebody for support. And we help those family members understand addiction as well. It's hard for somebody to relate to another person that's struggling in addiction if they've never been there, never experienced. They can't understand it. And so they always say, well, why doesn't the person just quit? Why don't they stop using? Why don't they stop drinking? It's not as easy as that once that addiction has that person captive.
If you know somebody that is recovering from addiction and would like more information, please contact Michael Dixon at the Winterville Baptist Church at 252-756-5955. They meet every Monday at 6:30.